You're listening to the Epically Geeky Show, a place for all things geeky.
Welcome out to the Epically Geeky Show, episode number 52. I am your host for the evening, Eugene Stevens. Tonight's opening question. Yes, I know, I kind of slurred it a little bit, but it's all good. We're going to keep moving on.
Okay.
Question for tonight is, if you just have to go with one, corn chips, potato chips, or tortilla chips, Cyrus Martin?
I always go with the tortilla chips. Tortilla chips with some salsa or maybe some queso.
See?
Hell yeah. What's
So
up?
you're going tortilla chips.
You know what's up.
Okay. Ray?
Potato chips all the way.
Potato all the way, huh?
I love Doritos. I love that kind of stuff. But if I can only choose one, it's going to be potato chips.
Gotcha. Chris?
Tortilla chips.
Yeah.
Really? Canada is pulling with the tortilla chips.
Well, potato chips made me feel sick. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah, unless they're baked, like baked Lay's.
Hang on.
And then I'll eat the dill pickle kind.
The reason they make you feel sick is because back when you were, 12?
Listen,
You had how many? You had an entire bag of barbecue chips.
yeah.
Oh, so you OD'd on them.
Oh, I threw up like
Oh, yeah. I understand ODing on something and you can't eat it anymore. Yeah.
Well, no, but it does. It just the older I've gotten, it's like turning into my mother. There's certain foods I can't eat anymore because they hurt my stomach. So that's one of them now. So by default, it's tortilla chips.
Gotcha. Joining us this evening is our special guest, William. Will, where do you come down on this?
It's got to be tortillas. I'm sorry. I can't. Not a big fan of potato chips.
Man,
Screw all you.
here the thing is yes, I live in Texas. Queso and tortilla chips and salsa is just, I don't know. I almost want to go potato, but I guess I'm gonna have to stick with tortilla because the thought of going to a restaurant and not having tortilla chips and in salsa or queso or something is just like, I can't do it. That's like, that would be cutting out a part of my life that I don't know if I could live with. So,
Oh yeah. It's awesome.
yeah, we're gonna have to go with tortilla on that one. So.
We got to win over Ray on this somehow. We got to.
You're not gonna. The man is a potato chip junkie. Like it's.
Oh no, I love me some potato chips too. Don't get me wrong.
I
So,
like no, it's
No,
okay.
you would just chip for the last bag. You would.
One chip to rule them all.
Yep,
That's right.
that's right. He's all it's his precious.
well, speaking of things that come in threes, that's actually our topic for tonight. There are a lot of different movies out there that have had sequels. Some of them good, some of them not so good. But there are I don't want to say a few, but I guess there are quite a few movies out there that you can kind of consider holy trilogies. These are movies that if you're telling someone who, I don't know, maybe is just not getting into movies or really kind of getting into geeky movies or something like that, these are the type of movies you tell them, listen, these are the trilogies you have to see. If you haven't seen these movies, you're probably not going to get like a lot of pop culture. You're definitely not going to get my humor. These are those type of movies that we're going to be talking about. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around. We're just going to mention some of these trilogies, explain a little bit why we think it classifies as a holy trilogy, and then we're going to vote as a group, yay or nay, whether or not we think it qualifies. There may be some debate as to the movie that comes up, but we'll have to see how that goes. So with that said, I'm actually going to go ahead and start off tonight. I'm going to go ahead and pick one that I've got a feeling it's not going to be any debate on this one, which is why I'm just going to go ahead and lead off with it, which is, of course, probably the holiest of all holy geek trilogies, Star Wars, the original trilogy.
Well, that's very
Episode
selfish.
4, 5, and 6.
Hey, why would you pick that one first?
Dick.
I'm telling you, I didn't know. I know there wasn't going to be any debate on this one. I mean,
I vote no.
okay.
Yeah,
is there any way that I can get Ray off the show and leave Chris?
Hey,
It's I mean, come on. It is the trilogy. Everyone has seen the original Star Wars. Well, I say that because I meet more and more people that are like, no, I've never seen Star Wars. I'm just like, get out of my office. I mean, yeah, it's each one has its its benefits. I mean, a lot of people, everyone has their opinion as to which one of those three is their favorite or the best, however you want to put it. You could make a case for any one of them. It's just a good trilogy. We get an entire story arc. We get the whole thing of, the what we at the time think to be this small, just starting out rebellion against the Empire, and then of course things look really dark in the second one, and then things turn out fine in the third one. Most all of the strings are tied up very nicely. It's just a well done trilogy. Everyone freaking loves the original Star Wars trilogy. So of course my vote on this is yay. Cyrus?
Well, it's so hard to decide.
Really?
How has somebody not seen at least one of the Star Wars movies? I mean,
dude, I work on a campus with younger people. A lot of them are younger people, and yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, I find that I question, like, if someone hasn't seen any Star Wars movies, that's very suspicious to me. That's like,
my wife had not seen any Star Wars movies until we dated.
You're not making,
I know, but I got her to watch them and she liked them.
I'm just saying it. I don't.
Before I can marry you, you have to watch these movies. That's just the way it is.
Yes, praise Jesus, the holy trilogy, Trinity, whatever. Something.
So you're saying, yeah, definitely yay,
dude. If you don't watch, if you haven't, come on, really?
I'm just saying.
I mean, you said yourself, there's not a better example that I could. Well, there's probably one other series that I could think of that's more associated with geekdom, but yeah, you have to have seen the Star Wars movies. If you haven't, or you haven't seen, I mean, how have you not? Oh, fucking!
I'm telling you, I have converted several people in the last several years that are like, so you're really into Star Wars? I'm like, yeah. They're like, I've never seen it. I'm like, just watch them. Just give it a shot. And then like 9 times out of 10, they're always like, wow, what really good. Why haven't I not watched these? And I'm like, exactly. Why have you not watched these?
I mean, do they not watch movies? Or
I think they were late. The one girl I'm thinking of in particular, she was in her mid-20s, and she was just now kind of discovering her geeky side.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
I'm like, what are they like?
I don't know. I was like,
are these like super religious people?
No, I don't know. No, she wasn't. I don't know.
They're like living in the hills and stuff.
So I'll tell you how far it goes at my work.
Uh-oh.
My boss actually searched everywhere and found somebody who despecialized the original trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
And like the first movie is like 7 gig, and because it's all despecialized and everything, and then the next 2 are still, I think, like 4 gig each.
I've heard those are good versions,
and they are fantastic versions because it's all despecialized. All the CGI has been taken out, and they are fantastic. And we all grabbed a copy of each of them, and that's what we watch now because that's the way you watch those movies.
I wonder if they could make an original cut of Rogue One.
Oh, would you get off of that? All right. So Cyrus is a yay. I'm a yay. Chris?
Yep.
Was that a yep?
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm distracted.
Okay. Will?
I'm a Trekkie, so I'll give it a yes.
Okay.
Oh, it's going to be one of those things.
Yeah.
Hey, science wins over religion. I'm sorry, but I do appreciate Star Wars. I really do.
Alrighty, Cyrus. What's the next movie you'd like to offer up as a holy trilogy?
Well, I think it's fair if we're going to start with Star Wars to now pivot to something completely different. Star Trek 2, 4, and 6.
Oh, wow. I did not even have that on my list. Such a good pull.
You didn't have Star Trek on your list? It's the most... Are you...
Really?
How did I miss that?
Seriously?
And seriously, those would be the ones. Those would be the ones that I would pull exactly. 2, 4, and 6 are the would be the trilogy. You can skip 1, 3, and 5 and be perfectly fine.
William's a Star Trek fan. What do you think? You think that's the 3 that we go with?
Yeah, definitely. 4 is my favorite.
4 is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, being a child of the 80s, it was it fit right in.
Now 3 is good. Okay, 3 is good, but I think if we're gonna have a Klingon movie, that's gonna be 6. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
Well, and if you want people to keep watching all of them, then you're going to have to do 2, 4, and 6.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you can just throw that first one. You can just throw out.
Yeah.
The first one is it's okay, but it's come on.
Please, V'ger, come on. Come on.
Bald chick, I mean, don't get me wrong, she was hot, but what does that got to do with Star Wars? I mean, you know what I mean?
We got the awesome music in it, but yeah, otherwise,
no, it was a horrible storyline. They were just playing off the cast's their celebrity, so. But it allowed them to make 2, which turned out to be an amazing movie. So.
Oh yeah, 2 is phenomenal.
Hell, God, 2 is one of the best movies ever made. Like 2 is come on. If there was no Wrath of Khan, there would be no Star Trek. I mean, Wrath of Khan.
Then you come along with these guys who've watched the new one, and I love the cast, but when you totally take a script on a movie it's amazing, and you make it kind of like a mirror world effect, it kind of bothered me. So
the new movies are like, they're fun. They're like, it's like an homage, You're like,
yeah,
you watch them and you're like, oh, that's cute. Look, he's trying to be Kirk.
That's cute.
That's cute. He's trying to be Kirk.
That's exactly how I feel.
The best part of the new movies was seeing Leonard Nimoy. And
yes.
It was like, we saw Leonard Nimoy, he's Spock again. That's the only thing that saved. Anyway, I'm not going to go into a bunch of details. Eugene still hasn't watched the second one.
Oh, well, apparently I don't need to, because apparently it's just a bunch of kids playing.
But Leonard Nimoy is in it, and he has a couple of really cool scenes.
Okay, then it is on my to-do list. I just have not gotten around to it.
Yeah, whatever. You're not a real star.
You know what? Whatever. Anyway, all right. I definitely say yay on 2, 4, and 6 being a holy trilogy. Cyrus, I'm sure since you put it forth, you would say yay as well. Will?
I'm down. Yeah, definitely.
All right.
It's on my list.
Chris?
Yes, I will say though that the new movies are a gateway drug to the old movies.
I would agree with that too.
That's fair. That's fair.
Ray?
Yeah, that's a no-brainer as well.
Good deal. All right. We'll go with since we've kind of been going in this order, we'll go with Chris.
Yes. Okay. So
Don't you dare.
what? Yes, I'm gonna.
Don't take mine.
It's on the
Okay, you're not taking mine.
I didn't even look at your list.
Okay, good.
Listen, sassy pants. Jesus.
Round 1, fight.
Anyways, okay, so Harry Potter.
Ooh.
Okay, so
Oh, here we go.
what movies?
For me, this is what I think because I've seen them all the movies so many times. Philosopher's Stone because it introduces you to everything.
Mhm.
Then you go to Prisoner of Azkaban because that's when like Christopher Columbus wasn't the director anymore, so it was Alfonso
Cuarón.
Thank you. I'm not going to pronounce his last name right. It was a little bit different the way it was directed, and it was a little bit more relaxed. And then Goblet of Fire because that's the last fun one. And then you're hooked, and then you have to see what happens to the characters.
Okay.
Interesting theory about how to pick the 3 also. Huh. It's not the 3 I would pick.
So that's what? Is that what? 2, 3, and 4?
1, 3, and 4.
1, 3, and 4.
Yeah. Because Chamber of Secrets is boring. And
yeah, I think we can all agree.
Or-
Chamber of Secrets is like a kids movie, right?
Yeah.
So would you agree with that, Cyrus?
I don't necessarily agree with the choices of movies.
Which one would you have picked then?
Yes, which ones?
Prisoner of Azkaban, definitely.
I think that's the no-brainer.
Right. And then I would pick the Half-Blood Prince.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know, they split the last one into two.
Did, yeah.
There's a problem because you got to have both of those. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess you go with the second half. I don't know. But I didn't really like Harry Potter that much until Prisoner of Azkaban. And then I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then they pulled that shit on us and towards the end, and it was like, wow, this is really deep. This is a lot. It's got all these like things where you're like, oh shit, like who is Dumbledore? And you're like all these questions.
Yeah, but by that time, the audience who was reading the books was already growing up and able to understand extensive plot twists.
Yes.
Yeah.
She didn't treat her readers like little kids anymore.
That's really great too. I wish I would have. Well, I was too old, whatever. But like that would have been really great to be a kid and go through that thing with her.
This is how we introduced the kids though to the Harry Potter series when they were little.
That's
you
good.
Do the fun ones first because the further you got along, it was too scary for them.
Yeah.
So that's how
this was
how we got the kids hooked.
They got into it this way. So
yeah.
What I think is so cool. The only reason that I'm a little hesitant, but I'm not gonna pick. I'm not gonna say the first movie has to be in because I don't agree that it should be. But the only reason I'm reluctant to throw it in the fire is because of Alan Rickman, because he knew what was going to happen. She had talked to him, and there's this nuance taking place in his performance that you don't even know until you've seen all the movies and go back and see again.
Yep.
And for that reason, I'm like, God, it hurt so much when Alan Rickman died because it's like that guy, holy shit. Yeah, but other than that, I think it's up to like it doesn't really matter which three, but I would agree that this series belongs in this.
Yes, this is a series for sure. Yeah, everybody's got their own personal favorite and which one they like better. These are just my favorites.
What is it we're supposed to say, Eugene?
Yay or nay?
Yay.
So for 1, 3, and 4. Now, technically speaking, there's what, 8 movies total?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, technically speaking, you could break this into 2 trilogies if you wanted to.
Well, but we're not going to do that, right?
If someone proposes it, yes. Right now, the proposal is just 1, 3, and 4.
Okay, sure. We'll break it into two different trilogies.
I'm still a yay.
Okay, so I would say yay too as well. 1, 3, and 4. I would say yeah. 3 is definitely like the not horse.
We can agree though that if you picked the first, the one, what does he say, 1, 3, and 4, or if you picked the last 3 movies, it belongs either way, right?
Yeah.
Yep, I would agree.
Okay.
So all right.
I don't have to use it for another pick then. Thank you.
Okay. Ray?
All right. I'm going with a no-brainer. Back to the Future.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Is that what you were mad at me for? You thought I was going to take that?
Yes, I thought so.
I didn't even think about that one.
Those have to be in this because even the guys that own the rights to it have said that they will not touch this movie or this trilogy. They will not have it remade. They're not letting anybody do any remakes of it. It's not going to happen.
We'll see. You wait. Once Michael J. Fox is dead, we'll see.
Such a realist.
It can't. It maybe someday dead and gone, maybe, but
yeah, it'll happen.
All these people are alive. They're not letting it happen. So.
I bet you $100 that within, let's say, 15 years from now, we're going to have
15 years.
We will have a Back to the Future
All right.
remake.
You're on.
Okay.
All right. Well, there we go.
I'll shake on it.
Okay. Here we go. We're shaking. All
Well,
right.
obviously, I think this is a yay across the board, correct?
Oh God, yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I don't think any.
Such a good. Okay, so let me just ask this. I'm just going to throw this out there. We've all agreed that it's definitely a trilogy. And what rank them in the order of your favorite? For me, it's 1, 3, 2.
Yep, I'm with you.
Yes.
Oh, so you like the third one better than the second one?
I do like the third one better than the second one. I just like. I love the fact that Doc Brown is so like. He's so like, we have to keep the timeline. We can't screw with the timeline, even though they keep screwing with it. We have to do what we have to do. This is, we're doing, we have to try to keep time as, put together as we possibly can. And then he falls in love and it's just like, well, fuck. Sorry, but I'm kind of in love here. So, and I'm just, I love that aspect. I loved seeing the Old West aspect of it. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the third one. The second one is much stuff, which is crazy that they actually foretold that came true. It just seemed so over the top to me. But
I don't know, man. I disagree with that because I thought the second one was interesting. Like there was so much like stuff going on. Like, yeah, you said it was over the top, but yeah, there was like, he's going in and out of time. He has to go back to the 50s again. He's like all these split screen shit going on. You got, old Biff is going and talking to young Biff, and you get to go see his future self. And I thought it was really great. And then you got the hoverboard and
don't get me wrong. Now I'm still saying my favorite one is still 1, 3, and I'm putting 2 on there at the bottom of the 3. That's still saying it's above 90% of every other movies out there.
All right, fair enough.
Fair enough. Okay, so
we don't have to debate necessarily the placement. Although I will say number 2 is before number 3. So
okay, well there you go. All righty then. Right. Well, what's the first holy trilogy you would like to offer up?
Oh come on! I mean, it's Indiana Jones.
There you go.
Minus the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. That was just wrong. And
I'm sorry. What?
The last one, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
What movie is that? I don't know of that movie.
Good word. Yeah.
I thought for a second Will was gonna be like, "Oh man, yeah, the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is that was the best movie." We're like, we would all just be like,
"Well, you dropped off there. I don't know what happened."
He should have won an Oscar.
Eugene just muted his mic and we'll just let the show.
Yeah. I tell people constantly there are 3 Indiana Jones movies. There have only ever been 3 Indiana Jones movies. There will only ever be 3 Indiana Jones movies.
See, I'm a child of the '80s, so Harrison Ford is just between Star Wars and Indiana Jones. I mean, he's a superstar in my eyes. So
now that being said, there was talk a little while ago, a couple of years ago, of the idea of turning Indiana Jones into more like a American version of James Bond, so that we would get disconnected episodes with different actors. And I was actually down for that. I was like, that's fine, because then it doesn't ruin that original trilogy. It's just like, okay, well, here, because I mean, think of that. To me, that would be awesome. Every 5 or 6 or maybe even decade, be like, oh, how we're going to get a new Indiana Jones. Who's going to play the new Indiana Jones? This is going to be awesome. And we can keep going back to these stories of fighting Nazis, and we don't have to move forward into this weird Cold War era that just did not work out. Oh,
I never agreed with this idea of yours, and I find it offensive. I mean,
the only one that I want to see is where Indiana Jones finds the Millennium Falcon.
Kylo Ren is
the Nazis have it.
The Nazis, of course, the Nazis would.
Of course, they have. Yeah. Why would they not?
They have a giant.
The best one out of the 3 was definitely the third one, where he's going for the Holy Grail, and I don't know. I loved seeing him and Sean Connery act with each other. I think it was a great idea.
That I'm with you on that one. I know I know I technically should love the first one the most, but the third one, just that chemistry between them was so good.
He kept putting him in his place. I mean, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Third.
Indiana Jones is such a badass, and his dad's like, smacking him on the head.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing that movie did for me as a kid was I really got into like puzzles and figuring out stuff
Yes.
and mind games and all. It's all from those movies. Watching those movies.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, that was a great. All those were. The second one was the weakest, but yeah, they were all really good.
Come on, you know you were chanting Kali Ma all week after that. You walk up to a total stranger, Kali Ma.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good movies.
They are awesome freaking movies.
Yay.
Yay. Absolutely.
Yay. Awesome.
Pretty much across the board, right?
Yay.
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay, I'm debating. No, I'm not going to start an argument. So I'm just going to go ahead and go with and I'm not going to go with that one because I know Cy will go with that one. I'm going to go with the Cornetto trilogy.
The what?
The Cornetto trilogy.
What is that?
Yeah.
That would be Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, I'm blanking on the second one. What is the second one? Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and of course, The World's End.
Right. Okay. I did not know it was called that.
Yes, it's actually called the Cornetto trilogy.
I didn't know that either.
Mm-hmm. Because of course it is, the three guys doing the movies, and just, I mean, technically it is a trilogy, but it's not. But those movies just play so well together, and just, oh God, I love those movies. I can watch those movies, any one of those three movies. If it's on, I'm gonna end up sitting down watching the whole thing because I fucking love Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End. Those are just so freaking good.
I never saw the third one.
You never saw The World's End?
Oh, shut up! You can't.
No,
talk.
you need to see The World's End because it is great,
talk.
dude. You need to see The World's End because it is great.
Well, we'll have to have a night where I watch everything I'm supposed to watch and you watch everything you're
Okay,
supposed
you
to
keep telling me I need to watch the second Star Trek movie, and yet you say, it's okay. I'm telling you this is a great movie, and you need to watch it. I'm not trying to tell you, hey, listen, you got 2 hours that you just like going, meh, that's what you're offering.
Okay, that's fine. You're right. You can watch the clips on YouTube, and then you'll be fine.
Okay, well, there you go. Oh, this is one of those nights I need Jay on here because Jay would be like, yes, absolutely, because he's with me. He loves those movies.
Poor Jay.
I don't know.
Here's to you, Jay. We're drinking to you.
There you go. I don't know if this was going to fly or not. I'm definitely a yay on it. If you haven't seen all the movies, I can understand why you wouldn't.
I haven't seen Hot Fuzz, but I understand why you put it out there. So I'll go with it.
Yay.
I say nay. No, I'm just kidding. I say yes.
Are you going to go with yay too?
I'll go with yay, even though I haven't seen the third one. I'm sure.
Oh, I'm telling you, dude. Like, maybe if the next time you're here, we need to watch this movie. You will. It's got so much depth to it. It is awesome.
As long as you don't make me them burgers.
Fuck you, motherfucker. You're killing me, dude. Will, have you seen all three of the Cornetto?
I have, and I'm a huge fan of Simon Pegg, so it's definitely a yay for me.
Yes, thank you, sir. All right. And Ray, what are your thoughts?
I don't have any thoughts.
Okay.
It's not. I have to watch them all again. It's been so long since I've even tried to watch any of them. So.
Yeah, go definitely if you get a chance, especially if you watch them back to back, you'll see all the little things they pull in from each other, and just it's wonderful. So, all right, Cyrus, what's your next one? I can probably already guess. It's either you're either going with one or two, and I know which ones they are, but which one are you going with?
Okay, I have so many. I gotta pick this one because somebody's gonna say it, and it needs to be me. And that is the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yep, I knew you were exactly going to go with that.
But specifically, the extended versions.
You just lost Chris's vote.
I'm sorry.
She's like, I can handle the 3 hours, but the 6 hours in one movie?
No, but they add so much.
I
Yes,
don't
they do.
care.
Oh,
They do add a lot to those movies.
Oh my god, they're so good. Oh my god, especially like the Two Towers and the third one. They add the whole. You get to see what happens with Saruman. You know, it's like the regular version sucks compared to the extended version.
Can I just say, sorry. So I'm going to cut you off there for a quick second. So, you obviously went to the theater to see this?
Oh yeah.
So we went to a local theater to watch the last Lord of the Rings, and we're sitting there.
You're
and
still harping on this?
I am. So there we are. We're enjoying the movie, and it's getting to a really exciting part. Frodo's getting chased by the spider, and it's all great. And all of a sudden, the lights come up, and the screen goes dark, and we're like, "What the fuck's going on?"
It was an intermission.
Some guy, it's just intermission, guys. It's okay. What?
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 My butt was going.
Why would they do that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he had to change reels. I think that's what it was.
No, he was just they did an intermission because of the length of the movie, and
Yeah.
no, you don't do that.
Mm.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Si.
I don't even know how to react to that. That's like something that would happen.
The hell out of someone like.
That's like something that would happen on base at Fort Hood, like at the.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
That is a weird ass movie theater. We went to that theater. I remember we saw The Lost World there whenever I was in college, and they made us all stand up and say the pledge or something.
Yeah.
And then the movie, I was like, seriously, we're all standing up to say the Pledge of Allegiance,
Yep.
like, and then we can watch a movie. I was like,
because it was on base.
I was like, what the? And then we watched. I couldn't get over it the whole movie. I was like, why did we do that? Like they didn't believe like we were really Americans or something. Like we got to make sure
loyalty before you can watch the movie.
Yeah, like you're not watching one of our movies unless we're sure. You know.
I guess we'd be kicked out.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. Whatever. I was like, whatever. But yeah, that's weird. It's an intermission out of nowhere. Like, did they at least wait till like a scene where the camera fades to black or some shit?
No.
They just cut it off right in the middle of the scene.
No, they cut it. Yeah, they cut it off while Frodo's stumbling around.
Just in the middle of a
Just in
scene.
the middle of the scene. Yep.
That's so weird.
Dude, I would have. Oh, there's things I would have done that I can't say.
Yeah.
I would have Molotov cocktailed those motherfuckers.
I knew Si would be on my side on here.
That's bullshit. I would have
That is
gone.
bullshit.
I would have gone into the damn booth and started the movie up myself.
Yeah,
Just walked up there, knocked on the door. Hold on a second.
That's fucking bullshit.
You touch that again, I will break your fingers and just walk out.
Dude, you know how important that movie was at the time? Like, we're sitting there waiting.
This is the last movie.
Yeah. And at that moment, in the middle of high drama with the damn Shelob's lair, are you
Yes.
fucking kidding me?
Yep.
Yeah. I would have beat somebody's ass that day.
Yeah.
I would have pulled that bottle of beer out that I hadn't opened yet and gone up into the fucking booth and just gone to town. They would have found 2 dead guys up there while we were finishing the movie. Anyway.
I'm obviously a yay on this one.
Yeah, I'm a yay.
I'm a yay. Just
Thank
maybe
you,
not the
Chris.
extended versions.
Well, there you go.
Chris is very open-minded.
Yes, she is.
There I am. Yes, that's me.
All right, Chris, what's the next movie you'd like to offer up as a holy trilogy?
Okay. In honor of Lainey, because she is not here, I'm picking Toy Story.
Yep, on my list as well.
1, 2, and 3. The third one, I almost started crying. We were in the theater, and my poor children are like freaking out because the toys are going into the molten pit. And
Oh, it hit me hit me in the feels at the very end, like when it's like, okay, well, I'm going to college and I'm leaving my toys behind. I'm just like, oh man.
it's the toys. I loved it because I think first one came out, I don't think I'd seen
1995,
1994, and I hadn't
95.
It was 94. Look it up. It's 94.
Round 2, fight.
Yeah. Anyway, I hadn't seen an animated movie like that before, so kind of like blew my mind. And then the second one came out, and it was hilarious. And then waited so long for the third one, and now the fourth one's going to come out in 2019.
Why are they making a fourth one? I thought they wrapped everything up.
Because they can.
Because they can. You know what? I was actually hoping. By the way, the first Toy Story dropped in 1995.
Yes, I know. He just showed me, and I told him off.
And not to mention, it's the first computer animated movie ever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Full length.
And yeah.
And see, I'm like, okay, just leave it as a trilogy and keep doing the stuff that you're doing, like the specials that they're doing, like the Toy Story of Terror, those type of things. I'm fine with that. If y'all want to keep exploring those other little stories, that's fine. But I don't know how I feel about another, full length one on the big screen.
What if they don't get the actors back?
They're gonna come back. Are you kidding me? It's fucking Toy Story.
I'm just saying.
Hey, do you want to come in for a couple of weeks and get millions of dollars? Sure.
No, I was just saying, like, actors have been dropping like flies. What if they
Shut up? Don't start. Don't start.
Oh, don't go there yet.
All right. Saying.
But,
some bad coke going around Hollywood.
Did you see that video of the guy that edited the third Toy Story where it looks like it ends? Like they all, they're all holding hands and they close their eyes and it just ends. And he showed it to his mom and his mom's like, are they dead? What? Are you serious? And I'm just like, you fucker. It's funny, but you fucker.
I watched that. That was funny. It was his wife, by the way.
Was it his wife? I thought it was his mom. Okay.
He's just married to an older lady, maybe. I don't know.
That happens.
But I was like, yeah, that's pretty messed up. So no, I'm definitely a yay on this one. I freaking love the Toy Story movies.
Yeah,
I don't remember the second one. I remember obviously the first and the third one, but I don't remember the second.
The second one was with the toy collector. He was voiced by Newman.
Woody gets kind of kidnapped, and Buzz has to save the day.
I'll be honest with you. These movies were not that big for me. I know
they're huge for me.
I know they're big for you, but I just didn't really. It kind of wasn't on my radar. I mean,
you're not a big animated guy, though.
Yeah, it's true.
Which, by the way, I don't know if you guys have seen, but on YouTube there's actually a Buzz Lightyear versus
Darth Vader.
That was freaking hilarious.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I just saw it pop up in my feed. I was like, okay, I'll have to go back and watch that.
I wasn't going to watch it. I'm like, yeah, this kind of looks cheesy, but then I got into it, and at the end, I was like, yeah, that was pretty good.
What do you think, William? Does this end for you or not?
I saw the first Toy Story in movies because I'm old in the theaters. So I liked them. I think they're great movies, but they're not end-all, be-all of watching movies. I'm sorry for the name.
No. Be honest, bud.
We need honesty in this.
I don't know. She called you on your honesty, so I'm scared over here.
Allowed to. I can back talk.
She can kick my ass. It's so funny.
That's right. I
I would side with you on this, William. But the next time I visit Eugene, I think he'd poison me. Well,
there's that, and then like I said, the tie for me for this being geeky was think about how many geeks had to go into this to make this for computer animated movies.
Yes.
Okay, that's true. That is true.
That's why I threw this in there.
The technology
that needed behind
to
it
exist.
Like this created Pixar. Like Pixar was.
Oh yeah.
Pixar.
Well, didn't Pixar create the software themselves?
Yep.
Yeah, and that's
a really interesting story to find. If you ever see the stuff, Steve Jobs basically going in, spending a bunch of money and was like, all right, go do stuff, and they're like, okay, he basically treated it like he treated Apple in the beginning, and it was like, okay, let's go do some great shit and just let them go, and it was freaking awesome.
Yeah. So which is why I threw this in there.
Yeah, I'm definitely a yay on this one. So, all right. Ray, what's your next one?
All right. Well, if we're talking trilogies and forgetting about other movies, I'm going with the original Die Hard one.
Oh, yeah.
So 1, 2, and with a vengeance. I mean, you got you got a whole bunch of shit. So great villains, especially the first and the third one, and then you've got McClane as the anti-hero, and then motherfucking Samuel L. Jackson.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
I adore that.
my
movie
day.
still.
The second movie's not that bad, by the way. A lot of people look at the second movie with utter disdain, but I'm telling you, it's not that bad.
No, it's not. It's not a bad movie. It's not as good as the other two, in my opinion, but it's not a bad movie.
Kind of like Back to the Future, right? Where 1 and 3 are fantastic, and then the second one's kind of
It's filler.
It's filler, and it's okay. It continues the story.
Yeah,
So-
I'm definitely on board with that.
Definitely yay for me. Definitely. Yippee-ki-yay.
Motherfucker.
Nice. All righty then. Will, what's the next one you'd like to offer up?
Well, it's all right. So I would have to say The Matrix. However, I'm only a fan of the first one. So
Interesting.
I think the first one's just a trilogy in and of itself. The rest of them, they really didn't need to be made,
Yeah.
I'm going to be a definite nay on this one. In my opinion, there has only ever been one Matrix movie.
Okay.
There was some interesting stuff they did
Tell us
with
how you really feel.
stuff. I heard they were talking about doing a second and third one, but surely they wouldn't have done movies that completely and totally blow the logic out of the first movie out of the water. I mean, you're hiding from these killing robots. So of course you wouldn't start off the second movie with, a giant rave underground, because that would be silly. And
However, it's not as bad as Highlander 2.
and
So you've got to give it some credit.
and yet, the first thing that they tell him is that, we don't normally set people free after a certain age because people can't handle it. You wouldn't want to end like, I don't know, a third movie where you literally set everyone free. So basically you kill off half, 2/3 of the population of the earth, because that would be silly and stupid. So I'm sorry. I hate the second and third movie. It had some interesting fight choreography, but when it comes to the logic, those movies completely and totally fall apart.
Okay. That said, they're fun though. Like if you can actually watch the kung fu and the stunt work and there's some really cool shit in those movies. Yes, I agree, Eugene. Okay. From a analytical point of view, if you watch these movies, you walk away going, what the fuck did I watch? But if you watch them as like kung fu movies, they're really good. They're really good.
All right. Well, this is gonna be one of those that we're definitely gonna have to vote on. I vote nay.
I don't know that I would vote nay, because I think that even though, yes, there were some issues with the second and third movie, I agree with you. They had a profound influence on other movies being made and on style. Yeah. And there was a lot of things they changed special effects,
They came up full time.
Yeah, I gotta say yay.
So you're a yay. I'm a nay. Will?
I chose it, so I'm gonna stick with it. I'm a yay.
All right. Ray?
Oh, you had to go to me. It's so hard because I love the highway scene. I think that's a fantastic scene.
What about that scene where he's fighting all those people in the second movie inside that mansion, and they have like all the epic, like with the staircases? You remember the staircases?
Yep.
That's fucking amazing.
Where they did that MC Escher effect?
Yeah.
See, and so I'm good with all that. The story, I remember leaving that theater and just like, what the hell?
The question is, would you tell someone you need to watch all three of these movies, or would you be perfectly content telling someone, go watch the first Matrix movie, you'll be fine?
Yeah, that's...
Come on.
Well, I don't.
All right. I rescind my offer. You're right. The first one is the only one you really need to watch. It's.
So you're switching to nay.
I'm gonna have to switch to nay. I'm sorry.
All right.
I love that you brought it up because
So hang on. So we're changing the rules now to where we can ask that question for any of these trilogies.
Sure, we can ask that question of any of these.
So what about Toy Story? Do you really need to watch all three?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think you need to see all three because
Yes.
it's got a complete, coherent storyline.
Yes,
I
and they
don't
all work.
What about Harry Potter?
Okay, we're not going all the way back. We're working on the Matrix right now.
We'll be here forever.
And that's why she also picked 1, 3, and 4 and dropped the second one.
All right, that's fine.
Okay.
So I got to be an A on this one as well, just because they screwed up so bad. But I do agree that The Matrix is an extremely important movie, and I don't mind what they did technology-wise and everything. But man, they blew it with that story.
Yeah. Chris?
I like Keanu Reeves. He's hot.
Mm-hmm.
That's a yes, just purely on Keanu Reeves, and you get.
It's just purely on Keanu Reeves.
Just
Okay.
I don't care
Well,
what-
it doesn't carry. It's 3-2 on this one.
So, just since we're on the topic anyway, was everybody else let down with Morpheus in the second and third movie?
Yes.
Yeah, he just
He was such a
right
badass,
out.
and then that's like he was a wimp afterwards.
I didn't understand why they made him so passive after that. He was such a. He was
I
so,
still think they screwed up by not making him the one. I really think
Yes.
it would have been a great twist.
Yeah, there are videos on that about how he actually is the one. Like they Matt Pat has one of those, I think,
No, I don't remember that one. I have to figure it.
where if you look at it, that Morpheus may
That's
actually be
right.
the one.
Yeah, he does the film theory on.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, we're
okay. So Will, you're the one that proposed that one, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it's back around to me. I'm gonna throw this one out there. Rocky 1, 2, and 4.
Oh God, yes. Sorry, I'm from Philly, so I am super biased on this. Do not get me started on my Rocky suit.
I didn't realize you're from Philly. Wow.
I'm from North Philadelphia. Every scene you see in the Rocky movies is my neighborhood. So
nice.
Wow,
super
all right.
biased.
Well, Rocky's like Jesus in Philadelphia, right? I mean,
Yes.
Yeah.
We got Rockies, we got our Geno's cheesesteaks. You don't fuck with anything else. That's it.
I
So
understand.
would
I
you
understand.
agree with me on the ones that I chose on 1, 2, and 4?
No.
Really? So which ones would you go with?
3 would be better than 4 because Jesus Christ. I mean,
Well, 3 is a better movie. 3 is a better movie.
Yeah.
4's got so much iconic
No,
stuff.
I understand.
No, but he
Eugene,
plays Mr. T. I mean, Clever Lane is like a
do you,
badass.
do you understand what happened in the third movie? Do you remember the third movie? The third movie was a real Hollywood movie. It was like he's losing his fortune. Like all this shit is going wrong.
Yeah, Mr. T is like the new badass on the block, and
Yeah.
Yes,
Mickey
to go.
dies. Mickey
Oh.
dies, dude.
yep.
You're
The third
killing me by cutting out the 4th one, though.
Yeah, listen, Si, I'm with you. I love the 4th one. It was the one that got me into Rocky, but that third one was so much more meaningful to the trilogy,
To the series.
to the series.
But
But
it's a total shift in the
Dude,
dynamic of
dude,
the character.
let me just, I'm going to break your heart for a second, Eugene. Okay. Listen to me for a second. The 4th one was a propaganda film. I liked the 4th movie, but it was made at a specific time.
I understand that. You're not telling me anything I don't know.
The third movie actually was relevant to what was actually being told in the story. What? Let me ask you this. What was Adrian's role in the 4th movie?
Doesn't matter.
Huh?
it was.
I know it does. I just love the 4th one so much.
The fourth one.
Fine, I will. If we're going to be genuine to the story, you're right. I probably should have picked 1, 2, and 3. So I will amend it to 1, 2, and 3.
I'm sorry to do that to you because
I understand, and I knew someone was going to call me on it. I didn't realize everyone was going to call me on it. So but no, I understand. I completely understand. I was like, all right, let's just see if I can float 4.
I love 4. 4 is like one of my favorites. And like I said, it brought me into this whole Rocky thing. but I can't. I can't. Yeah, it's got to be one.
We just have to be honest. That's all. We have to be honest to what the series is.
All right, then we'll be honest. And 1, 2, and 3, I'm a yay.
Yay!
Yay! Dun, 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 dun. Sorry.
All right. So that one obviously carries. All right, Cyrus. What's the next one that I obviously know you're going to pull up?
Ooh. There's two that I have to get out, and I have to be the one to say. And it's tough because if I don't say one of these, I know somebody's going to take one. But I can't. I have to pick the Dark Knight trilogy.
Of course, I know you did.
I have to. Because as a Batman fanatic, and I fully admit that I know way too much about Batman, and I'm it's kind of disturbing the worship that I do towards Batman. It's not healthy. I spent so many years tortured by what was done to Batman. So many years in hell because of what had happened, because of Joel Schumacher and his fucking hippie dumbass fucking screwing up Batman, screwing up all comic book movies, screwing up Batman.
Nipples and all.
Okay, he screwed up things so bad that they wouldn't make a big budget comic book movie until Bryan Singer did X-Men. It took, I don't know how long that was, 4 years or 5 years before they finally decided to make another comic book movie. And nobody's X-Men wasn't expected to be the big hit that it was. But then when it was, then everybody started changing. The industry got rejuvenated. And it still took until, 2005 for them to finally decide. So that was 5 more years before they finally decided, okay, we'll try Batman again. And God, we got so lucky that Christopher Nolan was making hit after hit and wanted to do Batman. And I love his trilogy. I actually just watched The Dark Knight Rises yesterday again. And those 3 movies, like, I don't want to take up too much time, but let me just say, when I watched Batman Begins, I wasn't letting myself fully experience it because I loved it so much. Because at the end of that movie, I said, I'm not watching this movie again in the theater, and I'm not watching it on video until I have to watch it. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to watch it again because I didn't want to overexpose myself to it. I wanted it to. I had this initial euphoria from the Batman Begins, and I didn't want it to end. And The Dark Knight, that's one of the best movies ever made. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not going to debate that. If somebody has a different opinion about it, they're wrong. And
you're just wrong.
And that movie, for so many reasons, I don't think there'll ever be a better comic book movie. I don't think it's possible. And
that one is definitely one of, I had a different feeling with Batman Begins. Batman Begins for me was okay. I didn't enjoy it as much as most people did. The Dark Knight is the one that got me. I was like, yes, and it's because you're right. That is one of the best comic book movies ever made.
Well, I'm gonna say something, and you may call heresy on me. I like the Dark Knight. I mean, I like Batman Begins. It's a good movie. I liked The Dark Knight Rises. It was an okay movie. There's kind of some logic stuff to it that's a little weird. But that being said, because the second one is so good, I'm definitely a yay on this one. I mean, honestly, I could probably just say The Dark Knight could stand by itself. Like, you could probably get away with not seeing the other 2.
I don't think so.
But I would still say you need to see them.
Christopher Nolan, one of the reasons that I loved Batman Begins so much is because I saw what he was doing underneath. There was a bunch of stuff that was being alluded to that was going to happen as the trilogy unfolded. And he was paying particular attention to a lot of comic book stuff that you wouldn't notice unless you knew the comic book, because it had never been mentioned in any Batman movies. There was specific little things that was going on that I really latched onto, and I was like, oh my God, like this guy gets Batman and he gets this world. The Dark Knight, I understand what you're saying. Yes, it's so good that you say, well, it could stand on its own. If you just looked at it as like a summer flick or something like that, okay, you're not really put too much thought into it. But like, if you really were into Batman, it absolutely was made whole by the other two movies.
Okay, I'll go with that. I'm not going to argue that. I'm not going to argue that at all.
Okay, I'll stop talking about it.
It's still a yay for me anyway.
Well, I'm definitely a yay.
Anybody
The other
else?
two are very quiet.
I'm a yay.
All right.
What about Chris? What do you think?
Oh,
Chris's opinion matters to me. It's very important to me.
you're not gonna like it.
Was Batman not your thing? You didn't
I
really
don't like Batman as a character. I just don't like him. I don't like the movies. I was like, man, that's great. It's another.
Well, okay, that's fair. I mean, not
So,
everybody.
but I understand though that you are a super fan, so I understand why you love it so much. I loved Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight, but sure, I'll say that. Why not?
You don't have to be nice to me. That's okay. I appreciate it.
Well, there you go. All right, Chris, what's your next one?
Let's see. Oh, it got brought up. X-Men.
Oh, okay.
So, I've loved X-Men
Ones.
since I was a kid. We have a Logan in our life, and there's a reason we named her that. So for me, if I was recommending somebody, I'd say and they didn't know anything, I do number one because it introduces you to the characters.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would do probably, I don't know if I would do Days of Future Past or First Class, but it would be one of those two because you got a whole bunch of mold in the middle that doesn't really matter. But yeah, X-Men. I like the X-Men movies. I thought they were great.
Okay, see, this is interesting.
I like that you skipped 2 and 3.
Well, yeah.
Oh, see, 2 is the one I would have added. I would have said 1, 2, and
Okay, fair
you
enough.
got to go with
Days of Future Past, probably.
You have to have the one of the original ones to at least introduce it to somebody, right?
Yep.
You can't, because then they understand Days of Future Past better.
Cyrus, I'm interested. What are your thoughts on this? Which three would you say?
I've thought about this quite a bit.
I
would say we're not going to include the Wolverine movies.
No.
In this, right?
God, no.
No.
Shut up, dude. Dude, the second Wolverine movie is really good. And the third,
I haven't seen the second Wolverine one. I'm sorry, that first one just
the second one's really good. It's
I've heard it's good.
And the third one looks really good.
Oh no, the third one looks insane.
That'll probably make our list. But my pick would be number 1, number 2, and Days of Future Past.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Because I appreciated what was that first
Class?
First Class. I appreciated that one
Yes, I liked it.
I thought it was a good movie. It was in some ways better than Days of Future Past, but just because of the nature of the story that's being told, I got to go with Days of Future Past because, man, there's so much to like, and you get the full cast. Well, not the full cast, but you get Magneto and Xavier, old versions of them, and the young versions of them, and I just really liked. I really enjoyed that.
My only reason to pick First Class, and it's a selfish one, it's Hugh Jackman's scene with when he tells her to fuck off.
Yeah. No, you're fine. You're fine there. I don't know. First Class might be a better movie because
Then the second one?
no, the First Class might be better than Days of Future Past.
Okay, but I'm thinking as a cohesive story, though, it would make more sense for Days of Future Past.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right. Well, I'm a yay on 1, 2, and Days of Future Past.
I think the second one's the best movie.
X-Men 2?
Yeah.
That was a really good one.
It was good. I'd say Days of Future Past was better.
I don't know.
I'd have to go back and watch them again. It's been so long since I've seen them. I'd have to go back and watch them again, to be honest.
Anyway, I'm a yay anyway.
What do you think? What do you think, William? We're not hearing enough out of you, William. Yeah.
All right. 1 and 2 are great movies, but Days of Future's Past really disappointed me.
Oh, no.
Really?
Being a fan of the original comics and knowing that storyline so well, the way they changed it to make it for the movie, I mean, yeah, it makes a great movie, but it doesn't stick to the whole reason why the comic was made. It was, it served as the comic that specific comic was created to kind of it's relevant today of how we're pushing away Muslim Americans and how people are being persecuted, and that's what that was about. And it's just the same thing with the Civil War series. It went from a serious topic to a bromance gone bad. I don't like when they take the source material and they tweak it so much that it's a good movie, but I wouldn't recommend it. If people really want to know what the story's about, I would give them a copy of the comic and be like, here, read this. This is more important,
Fair enough.
And like Civil War could have been a trilogy in itself.
Oh, God, yes.
If they had to follow their own story. But
from your perspective on this, William, what 3 movies would you pick?
X-Men?
Yeah.
Let's see, 1 definitely, 2 definitely. And First Class. First Class was really good. I like how they
I'm going to change
the system.
I'm going to change mine to that too. I think that's probably right. Yeah. I agree with you.
Just say you can't.
Can't.
It's like, no.
I think that it's a better movie. The more I've thought about it, Days of Future Past had kind of a weak ending,
I just think they didn't take it serious enough, I mean, for God's sakes, the cover has, this big, huge wall, has Wolverine on the front, and it has this wall, and all the X-Men that are killed are crossed off on it. And it just, when I first saw that cover, I got the chills before I even read the issue. I was like, oh my God, what the hell did I just miss,
Yeah.
And then you get to the movie, and it's more fun and family-oriented than it is, they don't want to touch the serious topics.
Which we're going to get to with Logan, I think. So.
Oh God, I can't wait for that one.
What are y'all thinking about that?
I would be okay with either one of those picks.
Yeah. Nobody's picking the 3rd X-Men, I notice.
No one is touching the 3rd. No one is touching The Last Stand.
No.
God, I was so disappointed after that movie. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, okay. So definitely a yay on X-Men. I think we're a little questionable as to which the 3rd movie would be, and I would be okay. Like I said, honestly, I would be okay with seeing either one because I enjoyed both of them.
Yep.
So, all right, Ray, what's your next one?
All right, I'm gonna cheat a bit.
Uh-oh.
Tarantino trilogy.
Okay.
You gotta watch Kill Bill 1 and 2, which is one movie. I don't care what anybody says.
Amen.
Cyrus agrees with you on that one.
Praise Jesus.
Inglourious Bastards and Pulp Fiction.
Yes.
Yeah, and you have to watch them in that order.
Yeah, you have a yay for me automatically.
I can't disagree with you. I can't. I'm like morally opposed to disagreeing with that.
I was trying to think of other trilogies, but But those three movies for me are
So here's the question, Eugene. What's your favorite Tarantino movie?
Huh? What?
Oh, did we all mute out there for a second? Eugene?
All right, well, so they all know this. I'll go ahead and just admit this. I do not like Tarantino. I don't care for pretty much any of his movies. Pretty much, I think he gets on the screen and verbally masturbates for a good half of the movie. And it's just like, oh, God, look, I'm so awesome. And I write such great dialogue, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck. That being said, Tarantino is not my cup of tea. I know he is adored by a lot of people. So that being said, I'm going to give this one a yay anyway, because like I said, it's not my cup of tea, but I understand a lot of other people really love his stuff. And I did enjoy of the movies that you listed. I enjoyed the first Kill Bill the most of all of his work. There was a lot of really fun stuff in that movie. And I would agree. It definitely probably should have been one movie. I know they cut it in two for whatever reasons, but no, I will vote yay on this one. So.
Woohoo!
It was the pussy wagon that won you over, isn't it? It was the pussy.
Oh yeah. You said Inglourious Bastards. I'm sorry, Kill Bill, Inglourious Bastards, and Pulp Fiction.
Yep.
Personally, I really like Jackie Brown. I know a lot of people don't, but I think if you had to pick three, I think you picked the right three.
I wanted to get The Hateful Eight in there too somehow because recently watched that one and I enjoyed it.
Man, I'm still trying to get my brother to watch Django. He still hasn't seen it.
Oh, we haven't.
I have. I love that one too.
It's so crazy, and it's like, how did he make this? It's
and to like. Yeah, the characters in that movie are fantastic. The acting is fantastic.
Yeah. Well, it's like that movie was like, Eugene, I know you don't like Tarantino, but the balls to make that movie. The balls. I mean, how can you not respect that? I mean, anyway, never mind.
Like I said, it's not my cup of tea, but I know it's a lot of other people's. It still gets my upvote, so.
All
right. Will, what's your next one?
All right, so I'm a huge Michael Crichton fan, so definitely Jurassic Park 1, Lost World, and Jurassic World. I don't count Jurassic Park 3.
Interesting. Okay, so you're saying 1, 2, and Lost World?
Yes. No, 1, 2, and Jurassic World. Yeah.
I agree with that.
3 was just a money grab. They didn't really push the story forward.
Here's my problem with the second one. The second one to me is nowhere near as good as the first one, and the second one cut out all of the science that I fell in love in the first one. The third one I actually like better than the second one because it was like I looked at it and I was like, okay, this is just going to be a stupid action movie with dinosaurs, and I was okay with that. The second one, just disappointed me so bad. I think that's why it left such a bad taste in my mouth.
It's because we saw it on base. That's what
it's So Eugene, have you watched, since you've talked about it before, Movies with Mikey?
Yes, I watched it, and he has a lot of damn good points.
And that's what brings me back to this one. Like, yes, I'm a yay for this because of him. I'm with you. Like, when I first watched the movie, I'm like, are you kidding me? This is stupid. But then after watching Movies with Mikey,
I still haven't seen that. I gotta watch that.
You really do need to watch it. The one he did on The Force Awakens and The Dark Knight will just completely you'll just fall in love with this guy. So
let me say, as far as The Lost World, it's Spielberg. Okay, I understand you're going to look at it and say this and that, and you didn't like these things, but you got to remember the way the movie's made and the action sequences, how they do that. He has that poetry to his action sequences that doesn't exist with the part
She
3.
fucking kicks a velociraptor through a damn window. I'm sorry, it bugs the shit out of me to this day.
Movies with Mikey.
It's not a bad movie.
I know,
Just
it
ignore
bugs
this
the hell out of me.
So let me ask you: would you rather have seen? Would you rather have had 3 over 2? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, the problem is like I said, the third one I know was just a stupid action movie, and going into it knowing that I enjoyed it more than the second one, just because the second one did not have. I can't. I'm having a hard time debating this because it's
We're
my
like-
head and my heart debating this. is
We're
what it
rocking
is.
Eugene's world tonight.
You are really destroying me on this one. This is why I wanted this. I wanted to do this topic because I knew it was going to be a good topic.
Movies with Mikey.
He's gonna walk away from this like first Rocky, and then they took Jurassic Park.
You know what? Part of the problem is I need to go back and watch the second one again. To be quite honest with you, I need to go back and.
But you need to watch it directly after watching the first one. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't have any pause.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Second one's a good movie.
You know what? I will say yay on this, if nothing else, for the fact that I adored Jurassic World. I really did. I cannot wait to see what they do with this series. That being said, Jurassic Park is one of my favorite movies of all time, and just there's no way. It's one of those movies that, as good as it is, there's no way I can tell someone just watch the one movie. You have to watch the other ones. So yes, it gets a yay for me for 1, 2, and essentially 4.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean,
I can't believe I went with 2 over. All right, who was the one that proposed that one?
Me.
Okay. So it's back around to me. Okay. I had a couple more on my list. I know we're getting a little late, so I'm just going to throw a couple of them out there, and we'll see if anyone else wants to, kind of debate on this. Sure, why not? I'll go with the elephant in the room. The Star Wars trilogy prequels.
no.
What? No.
So obviously it's a no. It sounds like from 3 of the 4 or of y'all.
Why is it that we needed those movies? What is it?
I'm just throwing it out there.
I
Okay.
don't know.
Y'all say nay. Okay.
If they had been done right, then maybe, but
They were done totally wrong. Like the whole premise of how they started them, where they began in the storyline, the focus, everything was wrong. Like,
okay, and I think I brought this up before. Did you guys see the videos of what if episode 1 was good?
I think I have seen it. I don't remember.
Belated Media is on YouTube. It's this guy. He pretends he's a Fox executive, and he goes through the entire story. I want to see his version of the prequels, and they're totally worth watching because it makes me like I really want to see the prequels through his eyes because he just changes the whole story. It's fantastic.
All right, fair enough. Another set of prequels, essentially, The Hobbit.
No. Oh, boy.
I actually will say yay on this one.
I still haven't seen them. I haven't seen any of the Hobbit
I
movies.
still cannot, as big a Lord of the Rings fan as you are, I still cannot believe you have
I
not seen
can't.
The Hobbit movies.
I missed out on them in the theater, and I just haven't gotten to them.
You have a nice television.
Everybody, see that I need to watch them.
You do need to watch them.
I'm a yay.
If
I'm
somebody
going to say yay on it just simply for the fact that when it's time to introduce my boys to the Lord of the Rings, I will start with the Hobbit movies because they are definitely a little more kid friendly, and I think getting that backstory going into the Lord of the Rings will make it more meaningful.
See, that's why I haven't watched them, because every time I think about watching them, people tell me things that turn me off. Like they're kid friendly, and I'm like,
Okay, when I say kid friendly, I'm not talking like I'm not showing them to my 4-year-olds. It's still way too rough to show them.
I'm just imagining like, oh, you know,
It's easier to digest than the Lord of the Rings trilogies.
Yes.
I mean, it just there's a lot less you have to figure out when watching it.
Golem doesn't all of a sudden break in a musical number, does he? I mean, like,
No.
Oh man, you spoiled it.
The musical numbers are from the book, though. So whenever they're singing, it is from the book. So
here come the trolls, the tap dance number. Oh
no, not like that. All right. Well, apparently that one passes. The other one that I wanted to throw out there was, and I have not watched this trilogy in a long time, but it to me it deserves Holy Trilogy status, and that is Naked Gun.
I had that on my list. Good call.
I adore those movies. There is so much stuff going on in the background of those movies. You can just literally watch them over and over again and keep catching minor shit that you just never, just a quip, something going on in the background. I adore those movies.
Leslie Nielsen is Canadian, just so you know.
Yes.
Of course he is, because he's awesome.
So the first two, absolutely. The third one was trailing off, but I'm a yay for this anyway. So,
yeah.
Anna Nicole Smith was in the third one, and that was when she was hot.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I remember that. A lot of times I remember movies by hot chicks in them. I don't know why.
Oh my God, there's so much. Is this a bust? Yes, very impressive. I mean, just that is the way he deadpans that is so great. Oh my God, I love those movies. Okay, so I'll get off my soapbox. Cyrus, were there any other that you wanted to throw out there?
There are, but I don't want to be selfish.
Okay.
I have 3 that I want to mention, but guys, don't be mad if I take them away from you.
Okay, go ahead.
The Godfather trilogy.
I knew that was coming out.
I knew that was coming out. Now the question is everyone a yay on that one? Because I'm going to be completely honest.
Don't say the weird. Don't say what you're about to say. I don't want to hear it.
The first and second one, I think, are definitely
I don't want to hear this bullshit.
I'm sorry, dude. The third one is okay.
The third one ends the story. It wraps everything. Yeah, I understand it has problems, but
I will go with a yay on it. I'll stick with a yay on that one.
Okay.
I'm a yay for the significance of the movie.
Well, that's a good point. That's kind of where we're coming from on this, right?
Yeah, but I'm gonna blow your mind. I have yet to sit through all of them. Don't worry, it's on my to-do list.
Oh, I can blow your mind. I haven't seen half of the crap you guys are talking about.
Okay, Chris, I understand.
I haven't seen Indiana Jones, Die Hard, any of the.
Wait, you have not seen any of the Indiana Jones movies?
Nope.
I'm slowly
I haven't seen it.
Hang on just a second. Let me talk to your husband. Ray, I'm so disappointed in you.
I'm sorry. Normally, I don't agree with Cy on comments like that, but I have to agree.
No, listen. I married her because she has great taste in movies, and
That's it, eh?
that's the only reason.
That was it. Yeah.
And now she, now hearing how amazing these movies are, she'll be more open into watching some of them. Aliens, I won't get her into because she doesn't like horror.
Okay, and that's understandable. If you're not into a certain genre, I can understand that.
The kids are now at an age that I can watch Indiana Jones. And
and that's what I was going to say. Now would be the time to see.
Exactly.
Yes, because the kids will enjoy it, and I think she would enjoy. Not that I'm talking about you in third person, but I think you would enjoy watching it with the kids as well. So
and like she rewatched Star Wars with the kids, and she actually watched Return of the Jedi with Quinn by themselves, and I was at work, and Quinn was crying at the end.
He was upset.
And unconsolable because Vader dies.
I think he was only like 6 when he saw that, though. He was pretty upset.
Yeah. But anyway, it was good on her for going through all that.
Brownie points.
Yep. Awesome.
Okay.
All right. What else you got for us?
All right. It's so tough to pick these because there's some that I want to mention, but
I've got 2. So.
All right. I'm going to go with I've got 3 more. They're obscure. I'm going to go through them real fast. Okay? The Silence of the Lambs trilogy. Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal, and Red Dragon.
Yeah, I did see that one.
I think as far as like thrillers, like movies that are like shocking and make you realize how screwed up shit can be and how crazy somebody could be, and just like those movies were very formative to me. I saw Silence of the Lambs when I was like a kid, and I was like, I couldn't deal with it. I was like,
it's a fucked up movie.
yeah. Hannibal's like, it's all right. Red Dragon's really good. But,
Red Dragon was really good.
So I guess we can just vote real quick on that. Like, move on.
I would say yay on that one.
I've never seen them.
Okay.
She gets freaked out.
I would get freaked out. There's no way I would watch them.
Will?
I'm a yay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Last two. I got to get these out, and I'll do real fast. The Karate Kid trilogy.
Oh.
Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3. The third one, I know a lot of people didn't even watch. A lot of people aren't familiar with it, but
I honestly don't remember it, to be honest with you.
The third one's really good. The third one, the guy that was head of Cobra Kai comes back. Fear does not exist in this dojo, does it? That guy. He's back, and his buddy like gets him back on his feet and all this stuff, and then like they plot to like take down fucking Daniel and all this shit, and you have to go through this whole like thing with like Daniel falling into this trap and trying to figure out what it means to be, who he is as a person and what his training really is all about and all this kind of stuff. It's really good. Third one's really good.
I love the first movie. The second movie, not so much.
But okay. But
I don't remember the third one. The second one, he's right, is the first one I love. I don't know. I don't know if I can say yay on this one.
Oh wow, dude.
Yeah, I'm a nay.
I
think I gotta go nay on this one too.
Oh, okay. That's disappointing.
Will,
that's fine.
I thoroughly enjoyed the Karate Kid movies, except for the new one. With Will Smith's son?
I thought that one was okay. Actually, I thought that was all right for what it was.
He's kind of whiny for me,
Yeah, no, he is definitely a little whiny. But
why is it called the Karate Kid?
I thought Jackie Chan's performance was phenomenal.
Yes,
it's not even about karate.
I know this.
Yeah, because it's in China and it's kung fu. So.
Yes.
It's the stupidest movie. Anyway, never mind. Okay.
All right. So what's your next one?
This one is kind of weird, but these three movies are actually a trilogy. I know some of the actors are different, but not all of them. They keep some of the actors. But this really, seeing these movies early on in my life was very formative to my view of the world. And that is the Jack Ryan trilogy. Hunt for Red October, Patriot Games, and Clear and Present Danger.
I'll give it a yay on that one.
You got my yay, but that's simply because I served on the Port Royal or the River James, which is in the Hunt for Red October. So yes.
Oh, hell yeah, dude! Hell yeah. Yeah.
As well, yeah.
All right. Well, there you go.
Okay.
Chris, were there any other ones you want to throw out there?
Yeah, I got a couple. I have Marvel movies, just in general. Like the whole Marvel movie. So I didn't like, after a while, all the Civil War, like all the Iron Man and the Captain America crap. I just couldn't do it. So I would tell somebody to watch Thor, Guardians of the Galaxy, Strange, because then you're not. I don't know. I'm just bored with superhero movies at this point from that universe, and those are the three that stick out to me the most.
You said Thor and what else?
Guardians of the Galaxy and Doctor Strange.
I haven't seen Doctor Strange.
Oh my god, I can't see Doctor Strange.
So good.
So good.
Really, really good. But I'm very, there's too many comic book movies from that whole little sect of Marvel.
They're making too many damn movies. They really are.
Yeah, there's just too many. So those are the three that stand out to me because I like mythology. So
Screw both of you. I love it.
I get what you're saying, but I've said this for a while. I've been worried about burnout. I've been
No,
worried.
I'm with
about
Ray on this one.
Burnt out. I can't do anymore. I don't care.
I think the general population may be burning out on them, but I am absolutely in love with this era right now.
Yep, I'm down with that.
So I'm still a yay, even though we're only covering a very small portion of the movies.
Well, you can only pick 3.
How many trilogies can we make out of this?
Oh my God, are you kidding me? Technically there's an Iron Man trilogy by itself. There's a Captain America trilogy by itself.
And there's going to be a Thor one by itself.
So yay, yay, yay.
Yeah, I would agree.
That's very overwhelming to somebody who's never watched them.
Technically, there's 3 Hulk movies, right? Or
there's lots. There's 3 Fantastic Four movies. More than that. There's like 4 or 5, isn't there?
Yeah, but they don't count.
Oh, okay.
No, they don't count.
But it can be daunting to somebody who wants to start watching these, and like, where do you start? Because there's like 18.
You start at The Incredible Hulk.
Were there any others you wanted to put out there, Chris?
Oh yeah, I have Underworld.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
Yeah. Which 3?
I loved the first 3. The last one I didn't care for, and I don't know what they're doing with this next one. But I loved Underworld, and Kevin Gervois, his voice just and he helped. He's co-creator of Underworld, but I loved it. It's sexy. It's dark. It gives a really cool twist on the vampire and werewolf mythologies, and the action's just really great in it. I liked it.
What about the Blade trilogy? You just reminded me.
I have that too. I have the Blade trilogy. That was my next one.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Damn it.
No, it's okay. I liked Blade. The last one was a bit hokey, but Christopher Eccleston, like seriously, he's the badass old guy, and it's fun to see Ryan Reynolds that young, and he still acts the same. Like he still he has one thing that he does. That's it.
I would say yay on both of those just because I think they're both interesting movies. I mean, I love Blade. The first Blade movie was so freaking good.
Was so good. But I like the take on the mythology, how I like the differences and what things they keep the same. Yeah.
I would say a yay on both of those just because if I told someone, hey, go watch Blade, and they watched it and were like, what'd you think? Oh, I liked it. It was really awesome. I'd be, go ahead and watch the other one. And I would be the same way with Underworld. I'd be like, did you like that? Then go watch the other ones because you'll enjoy those too.
Except for 4. Don't watch 4. 4's stupid.
I would say yeah.
Yep.
Oh, definitely. Blade's definitely on the list.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Was that it? All right, cool. Ray, what you got for us?
So, okay, since we're on the topic, so I have this theory about Ryan Reynolds. You have to rewatch a couple of movies. And I actually believe that this would be a fantastic trilogy if you watch these movies in this way. You start with Van Wilder. He's a smartass. He's a college guy that, just wants to have fun. Then you watch Blade 3. He becomes a mercenary. And then you watch Deadpool.
I'm on board. Yay.
It actually makes sense.
I don't know if I can yay this one or not. Can I say I'm undecided yet? Because I really need to watch this proposed.
You watch those 3 together, I guarantee you'll fall in love with the idea of him, because he's floundering. He doesn't know what he wants to do through college. He's there for too long. And then, out of college, they showed that he was really smart. He knew how to be personal and stuff like that. So they hired, he falls into the bad crowd. And that's when he gets into the whole Blade trilogy part of it. He really learns how to fight. He gets jacked. He gets into it. And then next thing you know, he, gets cancer and turns into Deadpool.
You know what? Why the hell not? Sure, yay.
That's really stretching it, bud.
That's pretty stretching it, but I'll go yay on it. Why not?
I don't think it really fits, but yay.
Yeah, why not, right? Because I'm interested just to see this idea come to fruition.
I'm trying to call it the Ryan Reynolds trilogy.
The Ryan Reynolds trilogy. There you go. Anything else?
Yeah, I've got two more. So another one that I thought was kind of cool because it's all about equal rights, where a woman becomes a king of pirates.
Oh God!
So Pirates of the Caribbean 1, 2, and 3.
That doesn't equal rights. You're full of shit.
Yes, I am. But I wanted to throw it out there because Pirates of the Caribbean, for being based on a ride.
Oh, they're really good.
I think they're really good. The first one was amazing. Second one was pretty good, and then the third one was really a bit of a hot mess. But
see, I don't know. I may have to go nay on this one just because I think you could almost just watch the first one and be okay.
I never saw the third one, but I did like the first two.
So you're a yay on that one?
That
third one has just got so much stuff going on. It was confusing.
Yeah,
I never saw it.
The third was a hot mess, but it had some cool scenes in it too. So
I'm going to go nay just because, like I said, I think you could watch the first one and be fine.
Okay.
Will?
Not a big fan of the Pirates of the Caribbean series. Sorry, nay.
All right, so then it comes down to Chris.
Pirates, anyway.
Yes, I like Depp.
There you go. Okay, it carries then.
It carries.
Anything else?
The motion passes.
Motion passes. Yeah.
So my last one is I wanted to come. If I was going to get somebody to start the whole thing with James Bond, I'd definitely start them with Casino Royale, just because it's a really gritty one. And then you'd have to throw them with Quantum of Solace because it is what it is. And then I'd go with Skyfall. Just because it ties into the history of James Bond.
I'm going to say yay just because there are so many trilogies you can pull out of James Bond.
Yeah, fair enough. I never saw the new one, Spectre.
I haven't seen Skyfall either.
Not Skyfall, Spectre.
You
haven't seen Skyfall either, though?
No, I haven't seen Skyfall. I haven't seen Spectre either.
Skyfall is really good. Skyfall's Casino Royale is the best one, but Skyfall's second. It's really good.
Yeah,
I'll go yay on that. Like I said, it's Bond. I mean,
that's a good trilogy right there.
Yeah, that is a good trilogy.
Sweet. Yeah, I didn't know which one's from James Bond, but if you start them way too soon, people are going to be like, "What the hell am I watching?"
Yeah, I don't. The old James Bond movies, they didn't really hold up that well. People watching them nowadays would be. It's hard to. I mean, it's Cold War stuff.
Yeah.
You have to find you're gonna have to find someone that you're gonna have to introduce them to. Find maybe a Bond movie or so, and be like, did you like that? And because I mean, there are people who are diehard James Bond fans that are just absolutely they pretend there are certain Bonds that never existed. Like they don't even. They're like Timothy Dalton. I don't know who you're talking about.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So I know. Okay. I'll go on that. So, Will, did you have any other ones you wanted to throw out there?
I have one, and I'm surprised that nobody else picked it. The original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if I can go with that one just because the third one.
Dude, just go with it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Just be
Turtles in Time is amazing.
and just go with it.
All right, I'll go with it.
I saw the third one in the theater with a buddy of mine, and we loved it at the time.
Dude, I remember seeing the second one in the theater and just walking out of the theater feeling so like it was goofy, but it was so fun, and I like the style of those movies. I like the style.
That's what the new ones is missing. It's missing the fun that Eastman and Laird put into the original Turtles. It's all CG now and it's all serious.
And see, the only thing I've heard about the new ones, specifically that first one, was apparently there was one scene where they're like in an elevator and they like start kind of goofing off or whatever, and everyone's like, "That was my favorite scene," because it actually seemed like the original Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
I won't. I'm not watching none of those fucking movies. I'm like original trilogy worse than I am with Star Wars. I'm like original trilogy here. Ninja Turtles. Come on. I mean, there's only one Casey Jones. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm
that's
sorry.
very true.
Stephen Amell, no, you're not. It's just the one.
He didn't even wear the mask right. Or
No.
anything.
No.
And Casey Jones versus Raph in the first one, like, come on,
Dude,
that was a good
the
scene.
actor that plays Casey Jones, which I have a real hard time pronouncing his name. I believe it's something to the effect of Elias Codius or something like that.
Elias Costas.
Okay, so I can't say his name. He's the reason I watched the movie The Prophecy with Christopher Walken. And then I watched The Thin Red Line because he was in that fucking movie. I wouldn't have watched those movies if I didn't like him. Like, that dude's a really good actor.
Yeah.
He's not. I know he's in the Turtles movies, and we go, it's just the Ninja Turtles, but he's a really good actor. I mean,
he is. Yeah, it's really good.
But if you ask people, everyone freaking, especially that first one, I've yet to meet anyone who did not care for that first Ninja Turtles movie.
Mhm.
There's just
the
love for
first
the movie.
the first Ninja Turtles movie is really good.
Yeah.
I don't think that's even.
Sorry.
It's fine. I'm just saying it's a good movie.
Did you have another one you want to throw out there, Will? Or
No, as for the Turtles movie, I just remember picking up the comics as a kid, and then one day I was walking through the mall with a friend of mine, and I remember seeing this huge poster for Coming Soon, and I totally flipped out, because I couldn't believe that they were taking something that I loved and making it into a movie, and they did it so well. It was amazing, and yeah, that's it.
Absolutely. Okay, honorable mention real fast. Superman 1, 2, and 3. Alien 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
I would say Alien, yeah, because I've actually got a list pulled up here on online. But yeah, any other ones you want to throw out there?
The Poltergeist trilogy. Mad Max.
Mad
Max, yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's
now, okay, would you say Mad Max the first three, or because I'll be honest with you, I would say one. I would say the first, the second, and Fury Road.
Yeah.
If I had to pick one to go in the fire, then I agree with you. Although I would say that if you want to maintain continuity, then you go with the original. But I understand what you're saying.
Because Fury Road was
fantastic. Yes.
Okay, Fury Road was phenomenal.
I've only seen Fury Road once. I did the same thing with it that I did with Batman Begins. I've only seen it one time. I'm going to watch it again eventually, but I had such a great experience. I don't want to revisit it yet. I love that fucking movie.
Yeah.
That's one of the best movies I've ever seen. Fury Road is phenomenal.
Some of the other ones that they had listed here on this website, and I don't agree with this one, Mission Impossible 1, 2, and 3.
Nope.
No.
That first Mission Impossible was awesome. The second one and third one were...
What? You didn't like the second one where he's a L'Oreal model and,
No.
so much.
The Trilogy of the Dead. I still think Night of the Living Dead, the original 68 version, is one of the best movies ever made. I can completely not watch the other ones, though.
Not even the
68 version defined the genre,
Yeah. You got it. Well...
Because Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead started getting kind of goofy, especially Day of the Dead. The Mariachi trilogy, El Mariachi, Desperado, Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Oh, good pick, dude. Yes.
That one I thought about as well. I remember loving that movie when I watched it.
Good pick.
Yeah.
Here's one that I don't agree with just because the third one was so bad. Austin Powers. The first movie was great. The second one I love to this day. I cannot stand that third movie.
No, the third one was pretty hokey.
Yeah.
That was the problem that I ran into trying to pick movies. Is
I'd actually rather put The Love Guru instead of
like I would totally tell people go watch. I have no problem telling people go watch Austin Powers and then watch The Spy Who Shagged Me and just pretend like a third one was never even made.
I wish there was a third Wayne's World. I would have.
I don't think they would have done it right because the second one was just enough.
Yeah.
But I think if they had gone with the third one, it would have been another. Like it would have been Austin Powers 3.
Now they had. I know this is going to be interesting. Once again, the first two, absolutely, I agree. Everyone needs to see. The third one is questionable, and there's other ones that you could slide in for the third one, and that would be Terminator.
Yeah, I had a hard time with that one too because I love 1 and 2.
I love 1 and 2 too. I thought the third one was.
I never saw a third one.
Third one was shit.
That's the one with Claire Danes, right?
What?
Is that the one with Claire Danes?
Rise of the Machines?
Yeah.
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 What about that new one? Have y'all seen the new one?
Genesis?
Yeah.
I thought it was okay.
I haven't seen
It's
it.
okay enough to make it a trilogy, so you could watch 1, 2, and
I
You know
like.
what? I think I would go with that. I think I would go with 1, 2, and Genesis.
What about? I like that one with Christian Bale. I thought that was pretty good.
no,
You didn't like that one?
no.
Really? Are you sure?
What one was that? Which one was that?
I don't even remember what the name of it was. Terminator.
I don't either, man. That's sad.
Who knows? Whatever.
I think it was Salvation.
And then they had, let's see here. Next one. I'm looking through this list here real quick. They had Scream down.
Ugh. Whatever.
I remember the first Scream was interesting, but the second and third one, I don't even know if I saw the third one, to be honest with you.
I won't watch that shit because that's got that dude that married my girlfriend.
See, I can't stand him either, but not for that reason.
David Arquette.
David Arquette drives me insane.
He every time I see him, I'm like, really? This is what you want? Courtney Cox is.
Cox, that is.
I love Courtney Cox.
I know you do.
I always love Courtney Cox.
And this is another trilogy that I would say that you can definitely watch the first and second one, pretend like the third one never existed. Spider-Man.
Yeah, that was.
Look, some of the third was okay.
No, they totally screwed that entire cast up.
Okay. I'm not gonna say that it was.
Bryce Dallas Howard was in that. I forgot.
I'm just saying some of it was all right.
Not enough to justify it being made. That's a perfect example of a director and a company not agreeing on where they want the movie to go, and that's what happens.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it was a mess, but I did like when Willem Dafoe showed up again, and that whole
that was fine, but they ruined Venom and any chance of using Venom in a movie.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then the whole dance.
Oh,
routine.
the dance scene.
The dance scene. Oh my god.
Try to forget about that. And then whole retconning the whole. Oh no, it was the Sandman that really. No, sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That honestly, that's what really like the dance scene. I'm like, okay, well, it's goofy. I understand what they're trying to say, that he feels like he's just overly powered and everything. I actually could swallow that fine. It was the retconning of the whole. No, Uncle Ben was actually killed by, and I'm just like, really? We had to bring it that full circle. No, I'm done.
Is there like a movie trilogy you could think of that's kind of like obscure, but it had like this profound impact on you, like American Ninja or some shit? I mean, is there something you can think of?
Nothing that's coming to mind right offhand. Nothing that I've turned up and the research that I did for the topic. No.
I'm just trying to think. Like, I know there's probably something.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure we'll be like, damn it, why didn't I say that? So, but
what about the Monty Python movies, like Holy Grail, Life of Brian?
Okay, well, which ones would you pick though?
Holy Grail, Life of Brian, and The Meaning of Life, right?
Yeah, I would go with those three. Okay, so here's another one. Here's another one to throw out there real quick. Mel Brooks. What movies would you pick?
Oh shit, that's tough. Oh no.
Okay, Spaceballs is obviously like that's the no-brainer.
Blazing Saddles.
Oh, you said Blazing Saddles, motherfucker.
History of the world. Come on, guys. The Inquisition song is like the best song ever.
Yeah. That's
I
true.
love Robin Hood Men in Tights so much.
Oh, I love that movie.
Okay, so we've got a couple of trilogies in here. We're good.
Yeah, you could have like his earlier work. You could have some of his later work. Oh,
Yeah, because you do like the producers and
jeez. Dracula
yeah.
Dead and Loving It. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
He's got his body of work is so good.
Robots. I didn't realize he did robots.
He did what?
Robots.
I didn't.
How's he tied to robots?
I didn't know that.
He's tied to it somehow. Hang
Oh, well,
on.
he was the voice for Big Bell.
Oh, yeah, he was Big Old. That's why.
Okay.
Anyway.
Alrighty. Well, I think that's pretty much our topic for the week. If we come up with anything else, we'll have to add it on as an addendum. So that being said, let's go ahead and move on to our picks and pans for the week. Would anyone like to go first?
Sure.
All right, I'll go first. You know from last week, I got over having the flu. I was basically, in bed, stricken in bed for at least a week. Got a lot of good TV watching in, and one of the other things that I watched on Netflix was the White Rabbit Project.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of MythBusters, they let go of the Bill team, which was kind of like the death knell for me for that. But yeah, so they got the three back together, and they're not going into the science as much as they used to on MythBusters, but they're definitely doing a lot of research. They are still doing a lot of building, and those Cary Grant and what's it? Yeah, Tori, just they have a chemistry and they just work well together. And I loved the White Rabbit Project. It's very well done.
Yes.
I actually learned quite a bit of stuff from it. I cannot wait for Netflix to do another season of this. It was great. I loved it. It was exactly what I was hoping for.
Yeah, we started watching it too, and it's really, really good. Really well done.
Have you gotten to the episode where they're investigating superpowers?
Yes, that's the first one.
Okay. I couldn't remember what order it is. When the whole dinner scene was like I was busting a gut. Like, yeah. That was so funny.
I like when it malfunctioned.
Oh yeah, he's just like yeah. If you were a big fan of MythBusters, definitely check out the White Rabbit Project on Netflix. So, Cyrus, you almost had something, or
no? I really don't have anything. I was trying to think. Like, is there something that popped up this week? But there was, but I can't remember. My brain is not working.
Real good.
Too much alcohol.
Chris, you got a pick or pan for the week?
No, I had this whole entire time to think of something. I was making Ray a hat. I just finished it, so there's a
Woo! Woohoo!
And I don't like it, so maybe that's a pick and a pan. He likes it, and I don't. But yeah, I've just been. I made my own hat pattern and it worked out. Took me a couple tries, but I figured it out, and
Nice.
I've never done that, and it worked out really well. So I'm happy that I did that.
Very cool.
Yay for knitting.
Awesome.
And having independent children that I didn't have to pay attention to today.
Yay. I'm enjoying that more and more.
Yes, it gets better.
Ray, you got a pick or pan for the week?
I've got one of each. So my pick is on YouTube. There's a channel called Player Piano.
Oh yeah.
And I watched pretty much every video that they have out right now last night, because I just found it last night. And the cool thing is the one that I liked the most was On the Spot. So this woman, she's a Russian pianist, and then she listens to an NES game, like the 8-bit, for a couple of seconds and kind of listens to it for a little bit, and then turns around onto the piano and plays her version of it, which is amazing.
Really?
And
That sounds interesting.
her DuckTales is like killer. It's awesome. So that was kind of cool. She does other ones as well. Like it sounds like she's actually doing the movie for a live action Zelda game movie that's based on Zelda, but looks like it's a lower budget, but it looks pretty cool.
Oh man, yeah, I'm looking at the stuff that she's got listed here, and this looks awesome. I'm gonna check this out.
It looks wicked. They obviously have made some custom pianos too, which are wicked. There's one that's a Millennium Falcon. There's one that's all Turner's blue, and anyway, it's pretty cool. My pan for this week is Eugene didn't pick, and I thought you'd do this, buddy. I'm really disappointed in you. The Ghostbusters trilogy.
I don't consider it a trilogy. Is the thing, though. Honestly, I almost threw it out there because, to be completely honest with you, if you were going to say Ghostbusters trilogy, I would have to say Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters 2, and Ghostbusters the video game, because it is honestly the real third movie, because it's the original cast. It has throwbacks to both of the original movies. It moves the story forward.
I would have accepted that if you had thrown it out there.
But I specifically, because I asked movies and I said yes, or I said specifically movies, because I knew as soon as I said, oh yeah, the first two movies and the game, Sai would be like, oh, what?
Yeah.
So,
because I was like, really? Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So okay.
Fair.
All right. Will, do you have a pick or pan for the week?
I guess I have a pick. This week while I was at work, I was checking out this website, and it's called leagueofgamemakers.com.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty fantastic. If you know me, I play a lot of tabletop games, and this has a whole bunch of articles and blogs about pretty much just tabletop gaming, everything from how to make them to, the behind the scenes, some great art and what's coming out in the industry. It's a really good website.
What is it called again?
Leagueofgamemakers.com.
I'm gonna have to check that out. Awesome. League of Game Makers. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out. So
yeah, I just sent you a link.
Okay, cool.
And check it out.
Awesome.
It's a pretty cool site. I mean, I play a lot of tabletop games, and a lot of people know I'm in development of one of my own right now. But it's just a really cool little website, and anybody's interested in playing games, it gets behind the scenes and tells you, what the designers were thinking when they created certain mechanics and certain things like that.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check this out. Like, I can see myself spending a lot of time on this site. Very cool. Yeah, we still need to get together and play some games. So, of course, like I said, I've been out of commission for like a week and a half now. So, but I'm finally getting back up and going. So,
yeah, I just got over the flu myself, so I understand.
Yeah.
Well, Eugene, they got to open them up, pull the gears out, get everything, get the oil, get it going.
Ass.
Make sure
If you enjoyed tonight's topic or any of the other shows that we've done, please go to wherever it is you listen to the show, whether it be iTunes, Stitcher, or Google Music. Give us a 5-star rating. It really does help out. There's a place for you to leave a review. Don't worry about that so much. I'm the only one that reads that. Instead, are there any holy trilogies that we left off that you think belong on there? Do you think we were wrong and didn't vote in a couple that we should have? Are there a couple that we included that you're like, nope, that absolutely should not have qualified as a holy trilogy? Leave us your comments there. We'd love to read it.
Hellraiser. 1, 2, and 3.
Man, I don't even remember the Hellraiser movies that much. Like, I need to go back and watch them again before I can say anything about that. That would probably be interesting, especially watching it now as an adult. Be like, I don't know how that would go. Kind of blew my mind a little bit. You can always follow us on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook at Epically Geeky. You can also check out the actual website, epicallygeeky.com. And then you can follow our individual adventures online. Cyrus, where can we find you?
Just look for me on YouTube, look for Cyrus Martin, or go to videogamevirus.com and look for me there, which will take you right back to the same freaking place. So just basically just look for Cyrus Martin, and you'll find me and videos of my face with my voice coming out of it.
Well, there you go. Chris, where can we find you online?
On Instagram at Like Life Mama. I'll be changing up the feed a little bit. There'll be a lot more pictures of knitting.
Awesome.
But it'll still be kind of funny and smart.
Well, there you go. Ray, where can we find you online?
So you can find me on Instagram at Lake Life Artist. Still messing around with watercolor. So
yes, and it still looks awesome.
thanks, man. So yeah, still messing around.
Very cool. Will, where can we find you online?
Well, just head over to d20prints.com and it'll give you a list of usually what cons I'm doing and what new designs I have out. If you're ever interested.
We didn't even talk about what you do. Like, you should tell everybody what you do. Like, talk about it a little bit.
Okay. What I do is I'm a printmaker, and I do relief printmaking. But instead of printing on paper, I print my designs on T-shirts, and I make just different designs. Some geeky, some some that are just artistic, just whatever hits me and whatever I'm in the mood for. But instead of screen printing, what I do is I draw the design on wood, then I carve it out and I run ink over it and put it through an etching press. And I print live at Comic-Cons and little fairs around Texas. So yeah,
we first met Lainey and I first met Will at
Classic Game Fest.
Classic Game Fest. He was in the booth next to us while we were promoting Geek Fest, and at first I was like, "Okay, are you selling this? Is just this the relief art?" And he's like, "No, I make shirts out of it." And then like everyone who buys a shirt, like he has them help make the shirt, and I'm just like, wow, this is awesome. Plus, I mean, some of the prints he has are just freaking awesome. Like, I keep meaning to ask you, I'm assuming that Baylor one that you came up with went over like gangbusters because it was awesome looking.
We will talk about that offline.
Okay.
For the people who wanted it and who were anticipating it beforehand, I sold a lot of it to pre-sales. Live, not so much because of the whole thing that's going down with Baylor right now.
Oh, well, yeah. It's not about
why? Whatever do you mean?
Baylor University is in the middle of a sex scandal right now. So, yeah, I had the students come up to me and they're like, "We would love to buy your shirts, but we can't show pride in the school right now." I was like, gosh. It's like, yeah, and I made a whole bunch of money from pre-sales.
Kind of an uncomfortable time around Waco right now.
Yeah. I forgot about that because I just remember I was like, "Oh man, that print's gonna sell awesome. That looks cool."
It did so well.
I was like, Eugene, why are you bringing this up?
It did so well. And sadly, they closed the Heart of Texas Comic-Con this year, so we won't be able to do that. That's like going home because a lot of us vendors at these cons, we're like family. It's our only chance to see each other because we're always doing different cons around the state. So when we're all in one con, we usually have dinner together, have a beer, and just talk about how the year was for us. And it's kind of sad that I'm not going to be able to do that with a lot of my friends this year. So.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to you about that one offline as well because I saw that post. I was like, okay, I wonder if there's something going on with that. So, well, very cool. Yeah, definitely head over to his site and check it out because he does have some really awesome art over there on his shirt. So,
thank you.
Yeah, love your shirts, dude.
Yeah. And then if you want to follow my individual wacky adventure, you can find me at Optimachine on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Now that I'm up and feeling better again, I've started the 3D printer up again, and I'm hoping to start doing some sanding and stuff on my trap and my ecto goggles. And I want to start. I actually want to start a Twitch channel and start posting. Actually, doing the work on that. But we'll see how that goes. If nothing else, you'll definitely be able to see it on my different social media sites. So for everyone on the site, have a good night.